Welcome back to Mililani High School's John Kelly United Stadium for the 17th annual Mililani High School Trojan Marching Band Fest. Just over halfway we're completed. We're coming off of our first intermission as we go from the A to the AA and now to the AAA division. AAA division again is 101 to 140 members strong. We're going to see Lelehua, Maui, and Kalani coming back and concluding with the quadruple A, where Moanalua is a really monster-sized squad that brings a great show. Dave Vinton here, Denby Dung next to me. Down on the field getting wet is Fred Murphy getting those interviews. Hey, it had to be one of us. Better Fred than us. But so far, the rain has not really interfered with any of the performances. If anything, more impressive, the musical quality.
Yes, it's actually made them stronger, don't you think? They seem to fight through that rain. And just now, as the downpour started on Lelehua, the kids actually started cheering and dancing around like they welcomed the challenge.
Kids. And if you take a look at them on the field, they are almost ready to go. They're in their ready positions. They have their interesting outfits. We'll kind of break it down as it goes, but here's the introduction from our side, graphically speaking, of course, for the Lelehua Mighty Mules Marching Band under the direction of Alan Kinoshita. Their drum majors is the Invisible Man, better known as Denny Ganab. 63 wins, 18 percussion, 23 color guard, and all of them pod people or aliens tonight.
That's right, Invisible Man, a very interesting concept based on an invisible man, all of them being the same. Now you see me, now you don't. And it's actually kind of a magic trick. So I want you to take a look at our drum major because within the first few seconds of the show, he disappears.
We shall see. And don't blink or they might all disappear. Not going anywhere, our stadium MC, the voice, Darren Hernandez.
Lelehua Mules drum major, is your band ready? Lelehua High School Mules Marching Band, you may take the field in Class AAA competition.
and gentlemen, the Lelehua High School.
Well, this had a different element to it. The rain came down hard. A guy disappeared and reappeared at the very end. But Lelehua, the Mules marching band, exiting the field under heavy, heavy rain. But they did an awesome job. And you're still trying to figure out how the drum major disappeared from at the start of it on the podium.
Exactly.
The drapes go up, and he goes
he's
away.
done. Yep. I couldn't see anything, could you?
Here, we'll
at
take a
this.
look here on the replay here. This is Denny Ganab. Now you saw him, and now you don't. And he appeared as a soloist. That's him under the guard. And he had a number of solos within this performance.
So he's playing English horn, which you never see in marching band because it's, first of all, it's very, very expensive.
And then, I mean, just to show you the visual impact, the water bouncing off the timpanis.
That's how much rain is coming down right now.
And this was another one where behind the reveal here, he's going to come back up. But they used that cutout there for another one when they did a change. And then suddenly, look who's back.
This guy's going to get a scholarship. Okay, he's a drum major. He can disappear. He plays English horn and tuba. Amazing.
It was, and they're taking, and there was a point, we didn't see it on replay, but when they were all in their white outfits with the cutouts, it really looked like they were from one end zone to the other end zone as far as the visual effect.
A beautiful use of the entire field with themselves and also with the props, and you couldn't tell where one began and the other ended.
I don't even know how you come up with this concept.
Just creativity. I don't know. Amazing.
And kudos to them, too. They had a bit of a wait as we transitioned from the first intermission to the now AAA division as they lead off the three schools that'll be competing in that one. They were set up. They were out there. To their credit, when the rain started coming down, what did the high school kids do?
They started dancing and cheering and welcoming the rain. And, you know, we also want to talk about how they internalized the beat the entire show because they had no drum major.
That's right. No drum major at all to lead them, so they just had to really be in sync in their own minds. Okay, we're thinking Fred's going to try and dry out, but we're going to take a break right now as he gets set for an interview, so we'll be back. That was the Lelehua High School Mighty Mules marching band. Now you saw him and about to blow Denby's mind once again.
Yeah, I'm going to watch again.
What happened to him?
What? I love magic tricks.
That's crazy. It is nuts. Have another look from behind.
And we're here and we still didn't see anything. Oh my goodness.
You're watching the 17th Mililani High School Trojan Marching Band Fest live on OC16. Still to come is Maui High School and Kalani, followed up by Moanalua and Mililani. Welcome back. We're back. So is the rain, unfortunately, as it continues to fall down here at John Kaui'naina Stadium. Getting in their ready positions is all the way from Maui, coming over on Hawaiian Airlines
That's
Denby.
right.
But before we get to Maui High School, let's go down to Fred Murphy, he had to track down the Invisible Man. So let's see who Fred got.
You couldn't find him.
Invisible Man here, but I do have Aulani. She is a guard member and a vice president for the band. Aulani, let's talk about the weather. We can't ignore it. Like, what does it mean when you see it coming down? You got one choice. Put on the show.
Yeah, the show keeps going, whether it's pouring or sunny or whatever it is. It just means that we have to push harder. And no matter the outcome, as long as we did our best, that's all anyone could ask for.
So your show is super interesting, very different. Obviously, the drum major disappears and proves that we don't really need a drum major after all. Nobody watches them anyway, I guess, huh? So what did the theme mean to you, and how did you guys pick it?
Well, it was chosen by our director because she's just a little crazy. And he wanted to prove that our band could keep time and have an awesome show without the drum major up there keeping the time for everybody. It meant that everybody would have to have their own internal pulse of the show, and it's just a lot of responsibility, but it made it amazing. It was pretty hard sometimes to work through, but in the end, it was a good show. It worked out.
You know, Mr. Kinoshita is known for pulling those kind of stunts. Last year, he didn't have an on-field percussion group, the Battery, and this year he decided to go without the drum major, and the band still does a stellar job. Good job to Lelehua Mules, especially in the rain, which of course you're used to in Wahioa anyway.
Yes, Wahioa weather, the rain.
Thank you very much, Aulani. Back to you guys up in the very, very dry booth.
Evidently, they're still trying to find Denny Ganab. He's the drum major who we saw in the beginning and saw him appear in the end. But his presence certainly was felt throughout the performance, having the solos as well. Obviously, he changed into the white garb to blend in. But you pointed it out. That's something different when you don't have the drum major to make sure you're on tempo and controlling things.
Right. Well, the drum major has a difficult time because by the time the sound gets to them, it's already a little different. There's that sound delay. But without a drum major at all, everyone really has to just pull together as a band.
And focus, and they did a
There he
great
is.
job. He's like, here I am. And he is happy.